How's it going, guys? I'm Jay Lugo, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a small review on the brand Shakespeare. Now, I've been told a lot of times that the Shakespeare brand is a piece of crap. Now, I've had good comments, but mainly a lot of bad comments come out of it. And I fish with big game fishermen and just small time canal guys. I prefer small fish with them a whole lot better, mainly because we're just the kind of clan that doesn't really give a crap about our gear. We're out we're out when I'm out there with those guys. I just go there to catch some food. That's what I do. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bring out my Tiger Spring series number 14 Shakespeare. Now, this one in particular is one of my all-time favorites, mainly because like this one right here, it can break in half, like where I pretty much have it, where I can pop this end off, slide it into a barrel, and just walk around and towing it wherever I please. And even and the whole setup is pretty good. Like my friend, it is pretty good. Has a Shakespeare 40 reel and with a reverse lock on it and a reverse spring lock on it. And in my small opinion, that's like something I would really prefer in a fishing pole that comes with the setup with the reel already attached to it. Now, this one has these little rings right here. Like my bottom one has snapped off, and I've neglected it for about a year, I would say. But the fact that neglected to put another one on it, it has not stopped me one bit. Like the line may go in a weird direction, but like I put in Catan, or people don't know what that is, it's a garfish. I put in bass, I put in red drum, black drum, and this pole has yet to show me its weakest link and break on me. It has yet to do that, and some people might say, okay, well, like your pole doesn't have to show the weakest link. The weakest link is within yourself. Most fishermen that I know of, it when it comes to you and your gear, it comes to 50% goes directly to your gear and your setup, and the other 50 is put into your skills as a fisherman. Now, I've been doing this since I was about 10 years old, and I'm 22 right now, so that gives me a good 12 years on me. Now, down here in Texas, like we don't have, well, at least the part where I'm from, I'm in the lowest part of Texas, and we don't have like big streams, big rivers. We have an island around here, but it costs like $100, like with food and gas and fishing rides out there. It costs more, and truthfully, I prefer into like the small canals that go for miles, opposed to I really don't believe that I should pay to be a fisherman. I really don't. It's downright ridiculous, but I've yet to actually put my name down on any piece of paper that allows me to have fishing rights anywhere in this part where I'm from. Now, with these Shakespeare's, a lot of people just disregard them mainly because they will say they're flimsy. The damn fiberglass that's made out of them is cheap. It's cheap material. It's cheap molten. And I completely disagree with everything that everybody says about this. Now, this one is, like I said, it's the Tiger Spring series. Now, I'm going to pull out the Tiger Blue series. It's pretty much the same setup, but this one, like for some reason, like it's mainly the same, but not that much identical to the Tiger Spring on the other series. This one I could put in about like same like like the same amount of weight, the same amount of pressure that I put on the previous one, but this one it has a lot of like, a lot of whack in it to just put it in there. It has a lot of whack, and I put in like simple like top water lures, and just sometimes even shrimp lures that have no weight to them whatsoever. And this one has a nice action towards it, and like even though it wiggles a bit, like especially when you're pulling in and working the lure, and even sometimes when you're pulling in weight and then you're pulling in your bait as well. I could always like feel the tension when I'll drag and pick up against the rocks underneath, or just the ground underneath, when I feel the weight being pulled, and I can tell the difference. And especially with the lure, I love this action pretty good because like with this I have a number 13 test line, and I use this one mainly for when I go into like deep canals, and I use a topwater lures. It's always, to me, it's a good advantage because even though the test line is a little light, I've like not like decent size carps or crappie or catfish. I would say about the size of my arm, from elbow to my knuckles. A fish like that goes after the lure, and this thing, like when I set the hooks in, like this thing does not like bend so far, and like even if it does bend, it has been beyond its capacity. Where people tell me, oh, okay, I can only get 15 degrees down to where it just starts hearing cracks, or or if it pushes it to 20 degrees down, then it just breaks. You know, and I'm here telling you that I put both these rods through hell, and I've yet to go ahead and like, you know what, I need to buy me another one, another Shakespeare, or just any other name brand you want to talk about. You know, I've yet to actually go ahead and put these up and put them as, damn man, these broke on me. I mean, they've been going for 12 years before I got them. I didn't buy these at a Walmart or Academy. They were handed down to me by my daddy, and I mean, the years before he had them, and the 12 years I've been putting them through hell. They this bad brand that people know them as, it's actually downright sufficient. And if you don't believe me, I'll go ahead and make a video on it, on things that me and my brother do, and any disbeliefs what this fishing pole can do. It might take a little bit of time, to actually get a fish, or actually get the questions and the bad reviews out of the way, so we can actually put this one into other hands of other fishermen. Maybe not like the ones that already have a closed mind, that like Shakespeare is a piece of crap. We may not do it for them, but for others that can't afford those big name brands, Shakespeare is very affordable. This like in a discount store, I mean they can run for like $24, and in a local academy that's nearby my place, they would go for depending on what they were. If they were like the Shakespeare Shark, I mean, yeah, those will go you $54. Because basically Shakespeare is like producing different kinds. Like these are like the old Shakespeare Tiger series, and I look for them, and I look for, okay, yeah, they're big casters. I'm like, okay, I try to figure out how much they were, and they were only like $23 with the whole setup in place. Except the line maybe, but the line is cheap down here, and that's like the only downside that I saw in there with the Tiger series. Full setup, $23, no line, but hell, for the price in there, hell, these probably came out of a Walmart, but still, for what these things can do and the things that I've seen it and I've put them through, I'm here pretty much to tell you that like these fishing poles are very efficient, very durable, very reliable. Like I said, 12 years that I've messed with them, put them through hell and put them through a crap load of terrain that probably wasn't fit for a pole like this, and they're still here. We're making this video about them. All right, folks. Now that'll be enough for the review on these poles. I will get a new video in, and I will show you what these fishing poles can do. I just hope like the fish are big enough to actually put these poles versus this so-called fish that can snap it or the line and all that. And I will get very detailed on what line we use, what kind of leaders we're using, what kind of bait we're using, and like especially what hooks we're using. So sometimes like you got the best gear, but the best gear doesn't do much if that hook ain't gonna cut it. And I've seen and done it where that hook didn't cut it, it broke, or they couldn't swallow it, they spit it out in my face. I've seen it and done it already. On this next video, we will put these to test with every bad review that I've seen, and we will disprove it together. Alright? Now, y'all heard enough out of me. I'm Jay Lugo in the south part of Texas, and I will be seeing y'all very shortly, very soon. Alright, y'all have a good one.